1, 2, 3. Welcome.
Hey.
That was such a lame.
Chaya is not in the mood of recording right now.
No. Don't ever
Listen,
start
I'm
a
outing you.
podcast
I'm
saying
outing
that.
you.
Yeah. Well, I'm
What's
just
going
a
on
little bit
with you?
tired, that's all. But I'm very happy
I'm also
to be
so
here with you.
tired. I went to sleep so late last night.
Right.
And I had to wake up at 7 a.m.
So you're just like running on coffee at this point? Even though that's tea and milk?
This is tea and
Something
milk.
else
That's
she's
my
been
new thing,
obsessed
tea
with?
and milk.
Yeah.
Mm.
It honestly is really good, but to me, it always needed to have like a lot of sweetener. Like
It has honey in it also.
Yum.
One thing about me is that once I find something that I like, I do not let it go.
Obsessive?
It's very much like I like my comforts, you know?
Yeah, but that's also that's obsessive.
Well, don't like obsessive makes it sound like it's like toxic. It's not
you
toxic.
made it sound toxic by the way you described it. Once I like something, I never let it go.
No, like if I
Don't make it sound
let's
toxic.
say okay, for example, I shop at loft.com
You do. You love Loft.
because every time I shop there, I find good dresses. So like, I will always look at Loft for dresses now.
Right.
Another example is like if I find like a brand of bed sheets that are comfortable, I'll just stick to that. You know, it'll be very hard for me to try something new.
Totally. But I think
So
it's
that's what I'm
also
saying.
like if you find something that you like, you'll also just nonstop talk about it a lot and try to convince other people of its amazingness.
No, that's you. That's you.
That's me.
Wow, you conflated me
No,
for
but
you.
you do that as well.
You conflated you for me.
You do that as well, Rivka.
No, I don't.
You do that. A little
Chimichurri
bit.
chicken? It was you.
You know,
I got freaking obsessed with chimichurri.
You know it's shut down now.
Oh, wow.
It's closed.
After all that.
After all that, I was really obsessed with it for a very brief spell, but I do get obsessive. It's true. I
Yeah.
feel like every person who likes being creative gets obsessive. I don't know.
No, I don't know if that's maybe.
Yeah, there's like an obsession.
Anyways, well, we skipped a week. Why does it feel like we haven't recorded in a month?
I was gonna say,
I think both our lives have changed.
to me.
Yeah, I don't know you anymore.
I don't know you.
Who are you?
I don't know. It's a good
Oh.
question.
Hitting deep.
Yeah,
I feel like so much has changed for both of us since the last time we recorded.
it's true. I do
And
feel like I aged like 20 years. in the
Literally
past
20. I'm
2
20 years
weeks.
older.
Yeah, I feel like
so-
you look it.
Oh my god. This is the Roast Rivka podcast. So I'm just so excited to be here. I don't know. I miss this a lot. Just like sitting down and letting your thoughts run.
Yeah,
So
me too.
fun. So fun.
I feel like
Podcasting
it's
is so
healthy.
fun.
It is. It's fun. Well, we make it fun, you know? It's not,
Yeah.
It could be really unfun,
Right.
depending on the type.
It could be like a burden.
Yeah. I mean, I've
Do
done
you feel like
different
sometimes
types
it's a
of-
burden?
Yeah. I mean, it feels a little burdenous. It felt a little burdenous today because I was just like, I don't want to do this. But every time I'm here with you and sitting and like doing it, it just doesn't feel like a burden anymore, which I think is a good sign.
So romantic.
Well, it's not you.
Oh,
What is it? I
I
need
got
something
so
else to come
excited.
up with quickly. Like,
Yeah,
what kind of,
it's
what
this microphone.
It's this beautiful setup.
Look at the curves on this
It's
microphone.
literally, don't start. You know,
What my weird obsession
the weirdest
with the car? We spoke about it one
It's
time.
just like whenever you personify like an object as sexy or beautiful,
Right.
It's like you don't do that.
Yeah,
It's
no,
weird.
that's weird. No, I agree. Okay, well, yeah, it feels good to be back. I feel like we're always in a different setup each episode.
I know.
We like to change things up.
We're in
Mm.
we're in Rivka's siblings' home. Yeah. Interviewed her for the podcast.
Yes, yeah.
She lets us record in her house, so sometimes she has like construction and things going on, and it's amazing. We're so
And
thankful.
this
that we're
time
here,
it's
so.
not about construction.
This
I don't
time
know
it's
why
not
you brought up
construction.
construction.
This time she has her carpets cleaned, and we needed to find a space where we didn't have to step
Yeah.
on them.
But there's so many good spots in this apartment. It's crazy, like how many little like nooks and
It's such
crannies.
an amazing apartment.
So amazing.
But now that I've been, because I just recently went to California, I honestly,
oh,
I'm
tell us
starting-
about California.
I love.
Chaya loves California, which is so funny because I feel like New Yorkers and California like don't mesh.
It's funny. They're very different.
Yeah.
They are. But it's so crazy how many people have been like looking at me the past, like when I came back and they're like, you're such a California girl.
Really?
And yeah. And I kind of feel that, but I don't really know if I belong there as much because of like the fact that it has its reputation for what it has a reputation of, like no
Right.
depth and shallowness and partying.
But I
and
do
LA
think like your
girls and all that.
mentality, not the no depth thing, but I think your mentality is more LA than New York.
I think so too.
Like,
And I
New
was
York is
walking-
like get over yourself, like you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
LA
like
is-
you're more New York. You're saying, like
Yes,
you're
yes, I love New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just also don't feel like I belong so much on New York Manhattan streets.
trying to fight me.
There's a very like chic vibe to it. Do you know? It's very sleek and very clean.
What, in LA?
No, Manhattan.
Oh, Manhattan?
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't know where you're going to Manhattan. Not where I am.
Depending on where you go to Manhattan, but like on the upper echelons, I'm talking about. Like, there's that sleekness, a business, that like crisp
Wall Street.
Yeah, Wall Street. And then in
there's
LA,
also,
there's
like,
it's so different, man. It's like sunsets and palm trees and crazy outfits and acceptance. It's just like a different.
But New York also has that. Like, you can just be crazy in New York and no one will say anything. But it's more like no one needs valid.
Judgmental here, actually.
Nah, it's just I don't think so. I think it's more, you could do whatever you want, but don't expect me to care about it. That's, I think, New York mentality. And it's like, but still do whatever you want.
Yeah,
I think
funny
LA, it's like, look at me, I'm dressed different today. Did you notice?
Like,
get me my oat milk latte. Yeah.
Oh, milk latte. I saw this funny quote on Instagram. It said, there was this person saying to this other person, oh my God, your outfit looks insane. And the person's like, well, I wear this all the time in LA, and I'm from, like, this person was from LA, whatever. She's wearing a crazy outfit. And this person's like, okay, well, you're in New York now, so we're not going to lie about it here. Like, right. In LA, people tell you look great, but in New York, we're going to actually.
Which is so funny, because I was speaking to somebody who was saying he's from France, and he was saying that he feels like in New York everyone's fake compared to in France everyone will tell you.
Was it who I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
No,
I don't know who you're thinking of.
You're not receiving it.
I think so.
Oh, he's saying that everyone is fake here?
Yeah, and I was like, New York? Like, no, everyone's so real. And he's like, no, in France, like, I would never tell you look good if you don't look good, but here everyone does. I'm like, I feel
like this person is really confused, because this person also told me that everyone here is super nice.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. It's everyone's super nice, but to the point where they're fake.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So whatever. I don't know why that. I mean, I guess if you feel like people are being fake, I understand why that would bother you.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm fake.
No,
and I'm from New York, so
right. But like, I think in general, also the vibe of New York is to be like real. It's like an East Coast thing, like, tell it how it is, stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't really interact with a lot of people when I went to California, but I didn't get that vibe that people were fake. I got more of the vibe that they were, I do not want to say like shallow, but
that makes sense.
Ditzy.
I mean, like Hollywood.
More like on their, more like very surface level.
Yeah.
But also I really didn't really interact with anyone, so I don't know if that's a fair judgment to make. But I mean, I definitely feel like the realness more in like the Middle East, like Israel.
Yeah, Israel's a whole nother.
That's like
level.
That is like.
I was saying that like because when I was in Israel, like I was literally I needed a tissue. Was it a tissue? Or I needed water. Like I was fainting. I was in the shuk. It was a hot summer day. And I needed water.
Paint the picture for us.
So I'm like, and it's like Erev Shabbos. I need to make the train. And I'm like trying to get water. I'm asking all these vendors.
Your face is white.
No, literally.
Bustling hustle. People are passing by you. The shuk. People are screaming.
God, this, that, whatever. And there's like in the shuk, if you don't know the shuk, there's like just like a bunch of vendors just selling their stuff. So I'm like going around like, oh, do you have water? Do you have water? Like literally the looks that I got, like, who do you think you are? I have water. Like, what do you think?
You can go faint by yourself.
Yeah. But then like, then I was saying like, it's so funny. Like in America, like customer service is like the top thing. So like you walk into Starbucks, they're giving you a water, they're massaging your feet, like you're set. But in Israel, like if you faint on the floor, like everyone's coming to save you. Like, oh my God, let's get help. But in America, like you faint on the floor, like in the middle of New York, everyone's just like literally stepping over you. Just the difference, Oh,
that's interesting. So you have to you're not gonna get help until you're fainted in Israel.
Well, the idea is that like they don't care about customer service,
Sure.
Like I remember this one guy we were asking him about like this kosher certification of his store. Mm-hmm. He got so offended he kicked us out. He's like, we're here ready to pay you, But he just got so offended.
Some of our questions, sir.
Is it kosher? Is it not?
Coming in like asking, do you have chicken? How dare you ask that question? Get out of my store. They're so mean.
They're so unpredictable.
So mean. No, they're just so mean.
I love Israelis.
I'm so done with like mean people.
Oh, I love mean people. Me and Chaya are so different. It's crazy.
It is crazy. We're not that different. I feel like I got offended at that.
No, it's wild how much we get along, but like how different we are in the sense
we're not
of like,
that different in our like fundamental values and things like that. So I think
we
our
are.
opinions were different.
Oh, how do you differentiate between opinions?
No, we
values?
both think truth is the most important thing. We also think communication and compassion, respect. You want to add that? We could just add in words.
I'm just like in the mood of being silly, you know.
Being so silly today.
Like crazy silly.
Oh my god, you're such in a silly, goofy mood.
Just like silly ball.
Just like really.
I'm
silly.
just ditzy. Like maybe I belong in LA.
Maybe
just
you do. I feel like you would.
If I dye my hair blonde,
you would murder
everyone.
You would murder everyone.
There'll be a murder case.
Dude, just
a murder on the loose.
A mean murderer from New York on the
Get out of the way. Not a bagel.
We're so bad.
What's a bagel?
Eating a bagel while you murder. I want my bagels. LA
I'll be called the bagel murderer.
That's so
murder
great.
people with bagels.
That'll be your MO. Like just sponge their blood and just bagel it on the walls.
I'm not sure I'm understanding the vision. Maybe we can circle back to it later on.
Circle. Bagel back to it.
Bagel back to it.
That's so stupid. No, I was saying you could dip the bagel in their blood once you murder them and then like paint it on the wall as a circle.
Oh,
so
I see. I understand.
That's your mark.
Got it. Yeah, that's a good
bagel
idea.
Murder.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
Okay. Credit me, please.
I've never been to. Actually, I've been to LA once, and it was like it was not a fun experience, just because like we went to. It was like the Oscars or something.
We did not do well.
We were like young. We were like Oscars. Let's go see. Like who were we obsessed with them? Sherlock.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
We were obsessed with Benedict Cumberbatch. We thought every black SUV that we saw was like he was inside there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't actually see anybody really.
No, we didn't see anyone
noteworthy.
We were literally like stuffed between people, and like there was nothing to see.
And it was a little traumatic too because of who we were stuffed between.
Like I don't even know.
Yeah. It was.
Anyways, but maybe I'll go back and visit one time. We'll see.
There's a lot to California, so it's not just LA, even though everyone thinks LA.
Right. There's
went to Oxnard and
Santa Monica.
Yeah. Santa Monica. Yeah. San Francisco.
Right. San Francisco, I think, is like really liberal. Like, also a lot of homeless people there.
I actually didn't see so much homelessness when I went to LA. There was my uncle was like, look, and there was like this one guy set up on the corner, but it was just like this one guy.
Right.
It's like there's in my experience, maybe because I live here, there's a lot more homelessness in New York. Yeah.
I think it depends where you go. Like, did you go to Skid Row? I feel like that's the place. I don't know where that is, but
no, we didn't. Oh, I only go to Skid Row to see the homelessness.
What is it? It's like
it's like known
dangerous.
It's where homeless people go.
Okay.
That's what's Skid, I think.
Right.
Yes, I didn't.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, it's
nice weather.
Semester starting.
That's nice.
My classes are starting tomorrow.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah.
What time are you starting? Like
early. Yeah.
And you're going in person.
It's all in person.
Are you excited?
I really wish my break was longer.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this break. It was about a month.
Oh,
change,
okay.
You know. Mm-hmm.
There's something about like going from having to follow a schedule to like literally just being a free bird.
But it's the break in between, because it would really stress me out if it was just like a free bird.
Yeah,
out
meaning
in
like
the chaos of society.
It's within the structure, so it feels amazing. Like if you were just doing it every day with no purpose, obviously.
Exactly. It was like a real break that I was able to just enjoy. In the past, I would actually be like, I need to make this more productive, and I would take a winter or summer classes. But this break, I was like, I am not doing nothing.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I went to Pittsburgh. I went to California. So nice.
Nice. Yeah, I don't really take breaks just because starting my own thing. So like it's a weird balance between like, oh, I can choose my own hours, but at the same time, like you're not going to be successful if you just take off whenever you want.
But you should take breaks, I would say.
I do. So I used to be doing like Sunday through Thursday, and I decided I'm not doing Sundays anymore. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like because also Sundays, like that's when my family hangs out.
Mm-hmm.
We do Sunday brunch. And I was missing, like, for a good 5 weeks, I was, like, missing that. It was, like, really sad.
You really have to.
And I wasn't seeing, like, I would wake up at, like, 7, get back at 6. So 12-hour days, basically. and like whatever, barely like hang out with my family. So
No,
I think
you
Sundays
have
are
to
important.
align your priorities in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really what it is, like the balance of figuring out how to spend your time. So how long did you do that for?
It was 5 weeks, I think, and I just decided like this Sunday was my first Sunday where I was like, okay, I'm not doing anything.
How did it feel?
Amazing. I just chilled at home, like woke up late, chilled at home. Because the thing is, I was thinking, okay, like most people,
Shabbos.
yeah. Because the thing is, people say that they, to me, like people take off Sundays. So I was like, okay, I take off Fridays, so like that'll be my Sunday. But it's not the same, especially when Shabbos comes in so early, and like I'm like rushing for Shabbos. It's not the same thing. Sunday, so I wake up late, and we had, I chilled with my family. We did also like family dinner, family brunch, family dinner. Yeah, so it was nice.
So nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sundays are very often family days in my house too. Like there's something about a Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, like no one's working, kids are off of school, so everyone just comes over.
Yeah, so
it's
nice.
chaotic, but we love it.
Good chaos.
Yeah,
good chaos.
Do you ever like see like all your nieces and nephews just like fighting with you? Well, you mostly nieces, but like
just one nephew. Yep. Fighting
with each other, and it's just like chaos and screaming and like
we haven't reached that
like,
point yet, but like yeah, we're getting there for sure.
Yeah.
It's very cute to see them. And yeah, I feel like your house has that already.
It's very cute to see. Now I'm starting to see like my niece and nephews like becoming friends.
Yeah, that's
really cute.
That is really cute.
Like they're cousins, like they're growing up together. Like,
yeah, exactly. So the memories.
Yeah,
for sure. That's what's happening also in my
house.
One
of my nieces, I guess she learns like karate or something in school.
Interesting.
Like she's 2.5, but I'm saying I think they teach like certain like wrestling, maybe it was, I don't know. So the boys, like I have 2 nephews that they're brothers, they like wrestle each other all the time, and my sister like kind of lets them because like she thinks that it's healthy for them to just like wrestle each other, like and fight it out physically. It is. I guess specifically with boys, like to, I don't know. So now
Jordan Peterson actually speaks about that. So
yeah,
interesting.
Mm-hmm. So she started like joining. Doing that. It's so cute because she's like younger. Like, yeah,
love that. Wait, who? Which niece?
Some Chaya.
Really?
Yeah,
I wouldn't assume that. She seems more like a prissy princess type.
Right? No, she can get down.
Oh, she can beat you up.
Starting to like learn how to stand up for herself.
I love that. Go her.
Yeah,
girl. I feel like that's gonna be. Yeah, that should be her story. Like when she's old enough to understand, be like, you were that little girl that all the little boys didn't want to mess with because you would beat their tush. Like I want that to be her story.
Yeah.
So cute.
We'll interview her in 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, that's a weird thought. Do you think we'll be doing this in 20 years?
I don't know. I don't even know like what I'm doing next year,
Yeah. I would love to be doing this like forever.
Forever. Really?
Okay, whatever. I don't know forever, but I'm saying like for like a long time.
And ever. Well, then sure.
All right, fine. You're just gonna go along with what I say. Well, then we're doing it.
Yeah, then forever it is.
All right.
I just also realized, like, not just realized, but as you were talking, like, a feeling of such warmth for family, like, came into my stomach. I just feel like family's we're so lucky.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's so sad. It makes me so sad for people who don't have a family.
It's such an immediate aftermath of a feeling. Also, I feel like it makes you even more gracious. Yeah. Man. So, but you can always build your own, which is a really cool thing.
Well, that's like, because people who don't have a family, I feel like they have so many problems. And can you build a healthy family if you didn't grow up in a healthy family?
But also building a healthy family is just such a bomb in and of itself. Like, there's so much that's contained in that. Even if you're healthy, you look at the end of the day, healthy, you can have an unhealthy
believe
family.
That people, as much as people work on themselves, that's a really strong thing that people can do.
Mm-hmm.
People also in stressful moments fall back to their habits and their like default setting. So like if you grew up in a healthy family and you love yourself because like your family loved you unconditionally, all those stuff, then like you falling back like to your default in those stressful moments when you have like 5 kids and whatever it is, like it's not so bad because like, do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like it's a lot more complicated than that and not as general, but I do understand. And also I think what makes a healthy family is is almost simple in a way. So even though you might be effed up, you know, because of the trauma you've gone through, if you have those few fundamentals of like loving someone unconditionally, loving your child unconditionally, accepting them, and also being like a very present and constant figure in their life.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
I think about that all the time.
yeah.
Just being there. Like
Just
not
being there.
like, yeah, you have to make money to support them,
Mhm.
but like it is not the primary thing in my eyes
Yeah,
at all.
I agree. Although
We
it would be
agree.
nice. It would be nice.
It would be nice to have a
to
mansion.
have a mom and
and
dad who
a
could
chef.
provide for you. We know
No, but
those
even
girls.
that, like even the idea of like, okay, so people have like tons of money, so they have a chef and they have a nanny, and it's like even that, I don't think that's healthy. I really like the fact that like I grew up with my mother's food. My mother was cooking my food. There was love in the food.
There was love in the food.
So like that's something.
I taste the love in your mother's food.
Yeah, you do.
I totally do. Such
She
good
makes
food.
such good food.
Oh my god, the Shabbos food is amazing.
What was your
also,
favorite?
like,
The market
your mom
fish?
also just makes an insane amount. I don't know if she realizes how much. I don't know if you realize how much that is.
I don't, because I don't do anything for it. Because she has like her system figured out, and the cleaning lady also like helps
Right.
cook it. Like she trains in like a cleaning lady every time. But like, and she's also just been doing it for years. Years and years and years and years. The same thing. And it's crazy how I don't get sick of it. So every single Shabbos,
Because
Saturday,
there's so much variety.
we eat the
You could
same
have-
exact food.
You could have a different meal every Shabbos because of how much food and variety she
But I eat the same
provides.
thing. I
The
got
chuk
challah,
chuk, the challah,
chuk chuk,
baba
baba
ganoush.
ganoush, egg
All these
salad.
things that make your breath stank.
Yeah, 'cause she puts a lot of garlic.
Your mom puts garlic in everything.
So there's baba ganoush. This is what I eat. Baba ganoush, egg salad, chuk chuk. And
Okay, explain what chuk chuk is because it's probably the
Chuk
best
chuk
dip.
is like tomatoes and peppers, red peppers, like stirred. No, sauteed.
Slow
like
roasted.
yeah, like on the stovetop.
Mhm.
She does it like overnight.
Boil, not boiled.
Boiled
Like it's on the stovetop in a pot.
in a pot.
It's reduced down really slowly,
so
so
it
it's
has
just
like a lot of flavor in it.
It's so freaking good. No,
Yeah.
it's so good. It's also like salty and garlicky and delicious, and with challah, it's really really yum.
What's your favorite food of my mama's? The Moroccan fish.
The Moroccan fish is really good, but I don't think it's my favorite. I think the chuk chuk is my favorite.
Okay,
No,
it's a very
like,
popular.
It's
staple.
literally like what I was just
yeah, like describing.
Yeah.
Chuk chuk.
just with the challah too. You also
Yeah.
used to make this really yummy spelt challah that you don't really make anymore because I think you're like off spelt, like you don't do that diet anymore
no.
or whatever. But I
Yeah?
really liked it with that spelt challah.
Yeah, that was good challah. But I make really good challah. Like I used to like that same recipe I use if I'm using white flour, and it's just like really good because it's like I think honey instead of sugar.
Yeah,
and
it's
challah makes
sweet.
it so much better.
That's why it's really good with that dip because
Yeah.
it's like the
Sweet and
salty and
salty.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. But just to explain to people who don't know, like Shabbos, it's like basically every single week we like turn off all our electronics and then we like eat. We basically eat
We
and
literally
sleep.
just eat.
And
It's
so
such a
like
good
my
description.
mother and most people make like the same thing every shot. We have challah, which is like a type of bread, bunch of dips, fish, like meat, and a dessert. And like it's every single Friday night and Saturday day. And it's just wild that I never get bored of it. I don't even know how I did it in seminary. Like in seminary, I was away for an entire year, and like not having that was. I remember coming back and being like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
I was in hell."
The
I was
food
missing
wasn't that
heaven.
bad in seminary, was it? I can't even remember if I like liked it or not.
I don't even remember the food so much. Like
I guess it
just-
must have been good then if we don't remember it.
They had, like
weren't,
good schnitzel.
Well, I remember the breakfast, right? They used to have like hard boiled eggs.
Yeah, I would
cottage
always eat. I would
cheese.
always have cottage cheese, hard boiled eggs
Rice
with tomatoes and
cakes.
rice cakes.
Oh my! Everyone had that. Everyone just. You're like I used to have. It's like that was the breakfast. Stupid.
No, there was other things.
No.
There's
Well,
like
there was,
cream
like,
cheese,
cereal.
cereal. Yeah, those.
There was
raisin
not was
brands.
cream cheese. It was like
There's like sour cream
labneh
kind
or
of
something. It was
Labneh.
It was labneh.
Like
Like you know what it is? It's like the container and it
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
looks like
Oh,
cross between
labneh,
cream cheese
labneh.
and- Yeah. I hate you. Like what the hell?
It might be Lebanon, honestly.
Labneh.
Yeah, it was kind of like sour cream. Or, anyways, well, we're going off.
We
on
also
some-
make. My family also makes really, really good Shabbos food. But,
yes, your family. Oh my god, I love your mother's food also.
but my
It's
house is
different.
on
It's like
different
more like
instructions.
your main dishes are really good, and the dips also.
Yeah.
I'm saying the dips are
Actually,
not.
our first course because
I feel like it's very similar what we have, like dips,
Totally,
challah.
Oh, but yeah, what I was saying, like our first course is our focus usually.
Yeah, us too.
Even though in other
I never eat second course really. Besides I'm saying the fish, we for some reason we do it separately, but like I never eat the meat. But the couscous is really good. I should start eating it. Everyone's obsessed with it. Like no, literally, Friday night I'll be playing chess with someone.
Yeah,
and like they'll be like, "Oh, the couscous is out. I have to run."
That's so funny.
The couscous is coming out.
So distracted. The little yellow couscous.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't try.
But
it
it's not. Time. It's like also with the stew.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The stew was really, really yum.
Yeah,
I really like that. But I would eat that couscous with ketchup. I feel like that'd be really good.
I would eat that couscous with milk.
That's not so crazy.
Oh, really? Most people go nuts. Yeah, most people go nuts.
My Zadie.
Oh, eat kasha. You told me.
What the? Can you?
Because we had this conversation before.
Yeah, but he would eat his kasha. And also, I feel like couscous with milk. He'd do that a lot. He still does. So
it's so good. It's like cereal.
He also eats whole tomatoes. And he just like bites into it like an apple.
I love that.
Yeah.
He has his things.
Everyone has their weird idiosyncrasies, you know?
Yeah. What's mine?
What's one of yours?
What exactly is an idiosyncrasy?
Something that's like specifically yours that you do that's like unique. I mean, it's never unique. Like I'm sure there are other people that bite into tomatoes as if they're an apple,
right?
And chew them like a cow. I love you, Zadie, but that is like the loudest chewing I've ever heard in my life.
Just like a little rabbit. Tomato time. Does he have it every day?
Gotta eat my tomatoes. Oh, Zadie's in the kitchen eating his tomatoes. We just know by that.
This is so dumb. You're like in the living room and you just hear him.
No, but for real.
Oh, okay. Like not
no, but it's like a real experience.
Right. Does he eat it every day?
Well, I don't know if it's like an everyday thing. Well, for me, I do have like weird.
Clyde, the way she eats is like so funny.
That's so rude.
It's not rude.
Because now every time I
love watching you eat.
That's also really weird. I'm not judgmental, but I'm judgmental about like don't watch me eat.
You make food look so good.
I do make food look good. Can I
explain how you eat? Chaya takes like she has like let's say a bowl of like yogurt. She'll eat like plain yogurt, or she'll eat like tuna out of a can.
That's what I was gonna say. I got eat weird.
You don't like take them out, whatever. Anyways, so she'll have yogurt with like some Splenda. You'll put plain Greek yogurt with a Splenda in it. I'm not even getting to the weird part.
You're describing what I eat and letting people feel like that's weird from it. It's really not. Let me take this opportunity as Rivka walks away to explain that I actually really eat very normally and I don't eat weirdly at all. And it's also what you should be harping on. What's weird is the fact that Rivka likes watching me eat and also comments on it.
I don't think so. Like I think you guys should have to see how Chaya eats. Like maybe we should post a video on Instagram of how you eat, so that we can like get to the bottom of like.
But what's if that goes viral and then people are like, "Oh my god, do ASMR," and then I become an ASMR person.
Then like good, you found your niche and like. Yeah,
I'm just gonna be eating like cheesy rice noodles and stuff like that. Oh, this looks so good.
Anyways, Chaya has like a bowl of like yogurt with Splenda, and she'll eat it like this. She'll scrape around like so intensely, like look for like the perfect spot that she wants, and then like it like normally you would take the spoon to your mouth, like she goes, and then like does it again. Until you finish the whole thing. And then sometimes you'll lick the bowl, no?
No, I'll never do that.
Yeah, no way.
No.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Should we even get into our topic today?
How far are we in? 1:30. We can speak about a topic for like 15 minutes.
Okay. So I was thinking about the way we grew up in single gendered schools. So we grew up in a religious school, Orthodox religious Chabad school. And for a majority of people, when you grew up like that, you grew up with just girls or just boys. In our case, just girls. So I found it interesting because like obviously like when you watch like the rom-coms or like the very high school like movies, whatever, Mean Girls, it's a very different experience from what we have. You know, like we literally have no idea what that's like to like just have boys in school. Like, can you imagine?
Yeah, actually, now that you're saying it, I could because of college. So,
right, but in put yourself in a high school stage. You know,
yeah,
it's such a different stage. And like to have boys there, I feel like would change everything.
It would change a lot. It would change a lot of things.
So I mean, I'm sure there are some positive things from it and some negative things from it. And I like just wrote a few things down that I thought maybe. But what do you think? Like, are there any thoughts?
Well, I'm curious to hear what you wrote down. Maybe we can go off of that.
Yeah. So let me just pull it up. But
it's definitely more of a unique experience. I mean, majority of people go to public school in America, so we know that that's a minority experience to go to an all girls private school.
The first thing I wrote down as a discussion point was like, does it create this bigger obsession for boys? Like, do girls now, like when we get older and then we start like hanging out with boys or even dating, I don't know, like, are we more obsessed with the idea of like a man liking us? You know?
I mean, so any question that kind of like says, does it do this more? I don't know, because I feel like I would have to live through both experiences and then compare which one. But I definitely think that there's a huge need and just like I mean, it's talked about by the girls, but I mean, there's like this huge topic of like guys and marriage and waiting for it, and it's controversial because girls are having a relationship with guys on the side, and it's not like it's not present just because it's not present, basically. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, meaning you're saying first of all, girls were like hanging out with boys still, like just not in school, and we're still like teenage girls, so we still like no matter regardless we're thinking about boys. But I'm saying like because it's kind of
it just makes it in this like roundabout way.
It's not as casual, kind of.
Yeah,
you're not just like seeing a boy at school that you like, you think he's cute, you talk to him, like it's just like boy. boy.
I'm actually, the thing is, it is in our formative years, but it is in some way a formative years, high school.
Very formative, I think.
And to not have those struggles of like, you know, needing a guy's attention and needing a guy's validation, even though you do need it in some sense, you'll always need it, and
that's
only
the
comes
question,
back to
like
you later.
Yeah, do you always need it? And like then we're just like not really, we don't have it from like that age, but maybe it's good, honestly.
I don't know, but I'm thankful I didn't have it in high school,
me too.
and I would not want my kids to have it either.
Yeah, like first of all, not having to care about what I look like every day.
Yeah,
what a blessing.
Yeah,
I literally couldn't care less how I looked. I would show up in the
although there are some girls who just want to look good because of
then that's just like part of their personality.
Yeah,
but like if there were boys in school, I would
definitely want to look better.
It would just be such a stress. But like I feel like I was living more freely and just like stuff like that. Another thing is I read an article that was saying about, does it create more like tension between not tension, like it was research that was saying that all boys, like schools, they learn more about their gender and like the differences within their gender from being just with boys, which is like interesting, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, they understand like the nuances of their gender,
right? So I wonder if it makes them more accepting of the nuances of their gender.
I didn't feel like it was a really long article. I didn't get to it. It was like literally pages long. But
what was it, a study or
it was a research paper.
Oh, that's
yeah. It was a full-on
research
like,
paper.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Wow, you were doing deep research.
It was like the only thing, like if you search up like single gendered schools, like that's what comes up, like research papers. You're not gonna get. Give me a second.
That's where you can actually like learn a lot about it and what it does to society and the people of it.
It's so hard to read research papers. There should be like summaries of research.
Oh, there totally is. Abstracts. Yeah. Okay, and also the end.
Oh, the abstract doesn't.
And the end. Oh, the abstract tells you, I mean, what you're getting in the paper, but the end there's always conclusions.
But whatever. So that's an interesting point. I feel like girls were able to be like more like themselves. Like if you were a tomboy, you know, you weren't worried that guys won't like you because you're a tomboy. Like you were just being like your expression of like your gender, like your.
I mean, I feel like there was just a different problem about being who you are in school in general. I don't think we were really encouraged to express our individual selves.
But maybe like
because
throw
of
boys
the
in the
way
mix.
we're
and it's
religious. Yep, throw boys into the mix, and there's a lot that like comes up. But
Like,
that's
can you imagine the
specific thing.
drama that would be going through? Like we already were like going. We already had so much drama with friends and stuff. You know.
I know.
Can you imagine if there were
know.
like boys in the mix? You liked a boy. Someone else liked a boy.
Also, just like like a high schooler.
Yeah.
Like
You're not making good decisions.
No, you're like, I look back at my high school self and I don't even think I was there. Like, was I there? Like,
I don't think I was there.
I wasn't there.
I was like
you have to think about that when you're confronting
kind of
high
in
school.
a simulation.
You really do feel like you're not living like fully. Do you know what I mean? When you look back.
Yeah. You're not yourself.
So weird.
That's why when I see high schoolers, like you just kind of have to give them the benefit of the doubt because they're not.
Just said that. Are you not here right now? Where are you?
You didn't say that.
I literally just said that.
That when you see high schoolers?
Yes.
I
High
didn't hear
schoolers. Sorry, I know I'm not.
No, you're like, no, she's literally being a bully today.
I'm being mean.
You're being a New Yorker.
So mean. Ha ha. Ha ha. Do you like my nails?
Yeah. I'm just really focused on the fact that this might be opening.
It's not.
Okay, it's good. Let me see your nails.
It's pretty. Where'd you get it?
Oh, thanks. Shein.
I thought you strictly only shop at the Loft. What's going on?
It's not the Loft. It's the Loft.
It's the Loft.
No, it's called Loft, actually.
Okay.
The Loft is like an organization in Crown Heights or something. Okay, I decided to go rogue and like do like a shop spree at Shein once.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That you
And
got
I
something
found-
like that from Shein. Shein
Yeah.
like sucks.
Randomly, they have good stuff.
Right. If you stumble on the one
Yeah.
good thing. No, so it's gel, black.
Black, yeah.
I
wow.
drove her crazy.
Why?
I actually drove her.
Oh
I
my
felt
God.
so bad.
Were you in Sylvia's?
No, I was in a nail salon back at home in Oceanside,
Okay.
and the store's called Wendy's. I didn't
Okay.
have not the food store.
Was
but,
she
like,
like,
actually?
was she like, we don't do nails here. We have fries if you want.
I was like, I'll take the gel. They're like, what? So I asked her for the light blue gel. So I was like, can I try it out? Because I didn't really know if I wanted light blue, and she let me try it out. I was like, no, let's go back and pick a different one, a darker one. So she pulls out like this dark blue. I was like, no. Then I was like, let's do the black. And she's like, black. I was like, black. So we did black, and then we did it like a matte.
She was like, black. Like, why all the colors? She's like, share them black.
I don't know. Like, she was very concerned about the fact that I wanted black. She's like, that's black. I was like, yeah, I know. I want it. And I wanted to do it matte. So
ooh, that's cool.
Isn't that cool? But it wasn't cool because she put it on. And first of all, you put it in the UV light, and all of a sudden, like, you feel like your nail is burning straight off your hands for like a 0.2 of a second. I have no idea. The matte thing does it. Once you put it in the UV light, it goes like, and it just like mattifies it. But it feels like I'm like shooting.
Oh, it's like painful.
Like, yeah.
Oh my God. Sometimes when I get my nails done, like the lady has no mercy. I'm like, have you ever
know.
taking my cuticles? I'm like, honestly, right now, like my enjoyment like is more important than like my cuticles being shoved all the way back.
Yes. No, I agree.
Thank you so much. Please stop torturing me.
No, just always tell them gentle.
Gentle. Like they're a 2-year-old. Gentle.
No, I literally always tell them that because then, they make me bleed. One
When
time they made me bleed so bad, like I was bleeding for the entire time of it.
No way.
No, for real.
Bloodbath.
The guy was so sorry, but I was like, oh, so you just made me bleed for like 20 minutes.
Right.
Anyways, so with this gel story, right? So it goes to the mattifying thing, and I really did not like it. I was like, is there any way that we can make it shiny again? I don't know what. Usually I'm not like this usually.
Is there any way we can go back to the mattifying?
The pre-matt. Is there any way we can get shiny back? If not, it's totally cool.
It's totally cool.
Like, I don't mind
totally
a matte.
cool.
But she's like, oh, that's too much work. I was like, hey, man, no problem. And she's like, fine. She like takes my hand and starts like putting the shiny back on. And she's like,
she was so mad.
No,
she's probably yapping. She's probably yelling to her friends.
Oh my God. I couldn't even hear her. Like, she was speaking English through like wimps, like through like her Chinese. Like, I was like, you're talking to me, talking to them. I don't know. I was like, should I just go? I'm just going to go.
Spare around.
I'm just going to go. My nails are not done. I'm just going to go. She put this.
I'll get a mattifying machine myself.
I'll buy the store. Let me just buy this entire store.
What's the down payment? I'll take it on a loan.
Don't worry. Take everything I have. I'm so sorry.
Everyone gets bonuses.
I was just going through my head while she's like freaking shinifying my nails again. She's like, put it in the UV light. So I was like, at this point, I was like, I felt so bad.
Oh no.
This shiny started to like crackle. over the mat, so I didn't look normal. Like you can't put the shiny back on the mat.
I knew these nails.
She's
had
like,
such a
nobody
story.
would ever do that. Nobody's done that before. But I asked, and so she did it for me. But the shiny started to like crackle, and it looked really weird. I was like, what am I gonna do? I just made a down payment for this entire Wendy's. I'm giving everyone bonuses.
You know, you can always turn into a burger store if like you need.
But I needed to tell her. I was just like, I'm so sorry, but like, look at it. And she's like, oh my god. So she freaking takes out the razor thing, you know, when they're like filing your nails down. She starts filing it down again, like she has to start all over again. And I really thought she was gonna just shove the thing right in my throat, just like kill me right there, just like end me, like that's it, right?
Yeah, I would be concerned too.
I was really concerned. I was like, I
Did
don't know
you
if these
tip
nails
her
are
at least?
worth it. I did tip her.
You lied.
I did. I tipped her.
How much did you tip her?
That's undisclosed.
Down payment of the place.
Exactly. I bought her a new house.
Wendy's.
I bought her
This is
a
your
car.
home. Honestly, the other day I went to the nail salon because I wanted to get my nails did. Obviously, where else? Why else would I be there? I just wanted to check out the place. And I made an appointment for 6:00, and I waited there for an hour, and like it was so annoying, and I didn't end up getting it done because like after an hour, like I had to go, and they didn't take me. And it's like, what's the point of appointments?
Yeah, that is really annoying.
I would much rather like make an appointment, give you a deposit, so like you ensure that I come.
Yeah.
And then like we're good. Like then everyone can have a pleasant experience. It's such chaos. Like people are walking in. I walk in, I have an appointment at 6:00. It's already 6:15 and I'm like sitting down waiting, whatever. Other girls walk in and they're saying what they want. She's like 10 minutes. She's telling everybody 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm not really sure how this is possible.
Mm-hmm.
And like they don't have an appointment. So like now she's just like going by who came in first. Like, it's a disaster. Just freaking figure out your
If you have an
appointments.
appointment, then what that means is that they're ensuring a person is available
But they
for you
don't.
at the time.
Right.
I'm saying that's not
And like in the
customer
city, I
service,
went to
guess.
get like a haircut and it was so professional. Like you book an appointment online, you walk in there, the guy was waiting for me like freaking with wine glass. Like he was like, "Do you want wine?"
Yeah, that's
like, I'm
amazing.
saying,
Yeah,
like,
they're very professional in the city with things.
It's so different and it's so frustrating because like I just need to know when I could come in to do it. I can't sit there for an hour.
Yeah,
I'm a
you don't
busy
want to waste your
gal.
time.
Anyways, but a funny story about a salon is that I think one time we in Florida, we went to get our like a pedicure or something, and we were waiting to pay, and I saw this like board with like a bunch of magnets on it. So I was like, cool. I was like playing with it. The lady freaked out. She was like, that has everyone's schedules on it.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
She was like, that's everyone's schedules now. You messed it up. No one knows when to go on break.
The secondhand like
the entire
stress.
store was in mayhem. Like no one knew their schedule.
Oh. I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, and I was in this phase.
Oh, so like, we didn't have the money to pay? Didn't we have like
no,
coins?
we had money.
We didn't know. Wasn't there like a situation with coins and stuff?
I do remember coins.
Something
in the mix.
about coins.
Honestly, I feel like you were dealing with the coins because I was too stressed about the magnets.
The coin was my thing. I think I like didn't have.
You were like paying him pennies.
It doesn't make any sense though. Why didn't I just use
But
my
you
card?
credit card, yeah.
But that makes no sense. What happened with the
Oh
coins?
my god, the amount of times we lost our credit card.
Come give us a card or coins. I'm telling you, there's more to the story, and it's bothering me now.
Forgot it. But also, I was in this phase where I would shower and then put my hair into 2 braids because I wanted my hair to look like beach waves. So I'm sitting in the store like an idiot with like my 2 like French braids, like. Sorry.
It's so funny.
And she like was yapping to everyone about me. Like,
oh my, I remember that so well.
oh my god, yeah.
You
It's
felt
trauma. It's
so
trauma.
bad. Oh my god.
It is what it is. We all make mistakes.
It's just like so funny. They were like, and they're like,
also like,
what are you doing?
With my 2 braids, like I just looked like a little kid. You should have like in that moment, we should just improv and like you should just act like my mother, like as if I was a 2-year-old. Like it would have worked. 1 second, I need to find my coins.
All of a sudden you drop to your knees, like you're not.
I put on Crocs. I put it by my knees. Oh my god,
so funny.
That was one of the trauma.
I totally forgot about that story, but that is such a good story.
But like, why are you keeping everyone's schedules right there on magnets?
Do not.
I will. Come on.
That's so funny that you're like even starting to be like 1 second now. I acknowledge that I did something wrong here, but why do they have that in their store?
If you had like something so important as everyone's schedules, you would put it on freaking magnets right in front where the people are paying.
It's so funny that you had like no awareness that it was like Miranda 8 and you're like Miranda 8 July 14th. How about here?
No breaks for Miranda. In fact, Miranda doesn't get paid this week.
Erased from the
She doesn't exist.
Imagine like they didn't know they didn't know who was working there, and that was like their list. Like, really good. So the person comes in, and they're like, "You don't work here." And they're like, "Yeah, I do." Look, like this, and her name's not on there because you freaking erased it.
Oh, so like, yeah, it was in dry erase marker. Like, what is their issue?
No,
put it
like,
on.
Like, don't
put it on a file, like in your desk.
It
was healing. It was magnets. I was like waiting for you to figure out your coin situation. I was just like,
oh, it's my fault. I literally hate you. I was gonna poke you so hard, but your phone protected you.
Yeah, look at that. Always have your phone on you.
It's my fault. I love this. It's everyone else's fault.
You were figuring out your coin situation. I was bored with my 2 braids.
Let me just remind you that I reminded you of that coin situation. You forgot about it. But there was a coin situation.
Change the fact that
what
it was there.
What was that coin situation?
I don't know. I don't remember. I really need
to come with a car and give us.
No, that's not true. Is it?
Yes. Leafy.
I mean, that's the only person
Shabbos,
I can think of.
Something about Shabbos.
Like, who else?
Something about Shabbos coins and cards and cars.
You know what happened all the time to us in Florida? I don't know if anyone has experienced this, but we would always have, like, Levi would always have to reorder us cards because we'd always get them stuck in between the seats of the car.
I don't remember.
Or, like, in the...
credit cards.
Yeah. Like... Why can we? I feel like it happened at least 5 times where he had to reorder. Why are we
so incompetent? We're just incompetent.
We were so incompetent in Florida.
But like, also, we drove that car, and thank God it didn't have any more damage than it did because we
had experiences with that car.
We had, yeah.
Do you think it's still like living?
I don't know.
I'm so curious.
I know it would be nice to just go back and visit and just see what's up.
Yeah.
And in that apartment, can you imagine walking back into that apartment?
Oh my God,
and
that would give me so many. That apartment was so nice.
It really was a very nice apartment. I feel like we utilized it, but we could have utilized it more. Like we could have had.
I think we utilized it so much. There was one day when me and Chaya did a 40-minute workout twice, just because
Why
we were elated. We were high, like literally.
We didn't eat anything all day. We're just working out.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like we put it on the big screen. Like we used it. We pulled out our
and
weights.
The pool. Do you remember
the pool? Remember I found a piano in the back shed.
Yeah,
and I would just like play piano.
You
all
were
day.
Elated with that. You came back and then your thing is a little open. Yeah, you came back and you were like, I found a piano. I didn't see you for like a good 5 days after that.
I don't know what you'd be doing. Oh my God, we were in Florida. It's boiling hot. Every time Chaya would work out, she would have to turn up the heat. Rivka, is it okay? I'm like, sure, I'll just make myself a smoothie.
Why are you...
I'll just make myself a smoothie so I don't burn to death.
Up the heat.
She would turn on the heat so she could sweat.
On the air conditioner because I like to sweat more.
No, you would turn on the heat. I feel like I went through
such weird phases with like workout and stuff. But I also introduced you to those HIIT workouts, those like videos that we did.
Strength training.
Yeah, but I'm saying
fitness. What was it called?
Fitness Blender.
Fitness Blender. Yeah.
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 They were good. They're good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in a while. I wonder how they're doing.
They have like enough videos out there. I feel like they don't need to really do anything.
I know,
else.
But it's their business.
But what else do they need to do once they put all the videos? What they're going to keep on putting like same workouts,
different workouts.
By the way, when I go to the gym now, that's like their workouts. I have like a blend of everything I learned from different videos. Like that's what I do.
Yeah, they're awesome.
It's cool.
They were awesome when I followed them. Now I'm like doing something called functional patterns, which is I recommend highly, but it's very complicated. So
you have to have a trainer.
You actually don't. You can buy their package.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, and you can buy a package on their website and figure it out if you're really interested. But it's very different from like the conventional workout. It's not about isolating movements. It's more about integrating your entire body so you move like an athlete. It's really awesome. But I do it with a trainer, and I wouldn't be able to do it without him. I mean, I'd still do it without him, but a lot of the progress I've made is because he spots me and says, okay, you have to do that. Because it's just so intense. You have to be very aware of your entire body and holding the positions properly, engaging your core, and then doing the movements throughout your entire body. It's never isolated. So it's just a lot to remember. And my trainer does not, I love him and I think he's amazing, but he did not recognize that. I think he brought me in too
So now that
fast.
half the viewership has left.
I'm just
back on now.
going off about
what?
I was in the middle of saying that I think my trainer didn't realize how much of a beginner I was at things. So he was like, okay, now do that movement. And it would just like, he'd get me into the position, right? Where everything is perfect when I could hold it. And then I'd like try to do the movement and everything would crumble because I don't even have like the core strength to even hold anything up.
Interesting.
So, but at this point now that I kind of are grasping it, I'm realizing just how much.
Are you ever afraid that like your trainer is kind of making you dependent on him because you have to keep on paying him?
No, I think it's the opposite at this point. At one point I was. At this point I feel like I've built like with him I'm building a little bit of a foundation and then be able to do it by myself. Still working on it, but yeah, that's definitely a thing.
Because that's something that people also talk about with therapy.
If your therapist is not doing a good job, then for sure.
But sometimes like they can be really good at making you think that like you're reliving this thing, but really they make you like dependent on them so that they can pay you more. There was a story about a therapist that was like manipulating their clients to do certain things to make them come back. I don't know. I have to.
That's really scary because I could see how that could work. You know, because
then you're getting paid.
Very fragile.
It's weird when you're getting paid for people's problems. You're kind of like happy in a way that people have problems.
That's literally like a rabbi, though.
Why a rabbi? No,
I mean not just rabbi, but. You don't understand?
No. Why a
rabbi would fit into that category?
No.
Oftentimes people seek your counsel as like a priest or a rabbi or something like that.
Oh, but like
get money for
you're
it.
Much more than that. Maybe a priest more, but like a rabbi's like literally creating like he's giving like shiurim and like that's just like part of the job that people talk to them. But like rabbis don't make a lot of money.
No, it's not about the lot of money. It's just like a rabbi to me sometimes presents that issue as well. That's why anytime where people look up to you or need something like emotionally from you, you can manipulate them. So oftentimes,
you can manipulate them. I don't think rabbis are making money off of people's problems. I wouldn't frame it like that.
I know, but I think about it like that when you're aware of the pitfalls of religion and how religion sometimes is comfort seeking.
So there was a story recently of it. I think people were like upset about it because this priest was like seen in like a Lamborghini and like and everyone was upset about that. That I understand. Like, but no rabbi that I know of is like going around and like most rabbis.
I know therapist I know either is doing something like manipulative tactics like that.
No, I'm saying that like rabbis in general don't make money. All their money is like.
Well, the rabbis, you know,
majority of rabbis are just like are living like a very simple life. Some rabbis, I mean, they have like big houses, and if they live in like a rich area, maybe I don't know, but like, it has nothing to do with people's problems. Also, though, like they're creating like a whole community, and that's just part of it.
People's problems.
No,
religion is all about people's problems and like dealing with life in a meaningful way and needing to seek out meaning. Many people come to like Chabad even is like. They have a problem. There's a problem. They don't feel like their life has meaning. They seek a rabbi out, and I don't think that's just true. Like there could be honest rabbis who believe in everything and are trying to give that over to somebody. There could be dishonest rabbis who are like manipulating and doing it for that person's money. Anyways,
I'm not saying that somebody can't.
We're getting too much into the weeds.
No, because I want to respond to it because I don't think that's true at all. I mean, there could be a rabbi that's manipulative and tries to take people's money and says you have to donate. But in general, the description of a rabbi and what majority of rabbis do is they create, first of all, religion. I don't think that it comes down to people's problems. It's a way of life that people do. Just like I could say, no, the gym comes down to people's problems. No, it's a mental release that people have.
Okay, let me draw this parallel for you.
Okay.
And then so that you can try to clearly understand that I'm not saying that rabbis are manipulative. I'm not making any generalities. Just like a therapist presents a solution to somebody's emotional problems, and that person who's seeking out this therapist could be manipulated by a immoral therapist because there's an emotional need on the person's part. With a rabbi, if somebody has an emotional need, they go to a rabbi to get that solution for that emotional need, the rabbi can manipulate that as well. So
anyway, I can manipulate you as a friend.
No, because there is also a transaction involved.
No, there's
oftentimes.
Rabbis don't take money for the people giving them problems.
Yeah,
rabbis
they do.
Ask for donations.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They don't. They don't. It's not like a payment as much as a therapist.
Yeah, therapist is like
it's a different type of
more
money
direct.
transaction. It's more direct, but there's still a transaction happening.
But it's not guaranteed.
No, it's not guaranteed. It's not the same in that way, but it could be manipulative for sure.
Anyone could be manipulative, whether you're a rabbi, you're a friend, you're a doctor, you're whatever you are. Rabbis make money off of people donating to them. I think rabbis don't see like them listening to someone else as a transactional thing. More of like, this is their purpose in life. They're going to help people.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about, a moral
and like
one.
They're not.
There can be immoral rabbis, just like there could be an immoral therapist.
But even an immoral rabbi, like
most
he's not getting money
are
from
listening to people, not thinking, okay, I'm gonna try to emotionally, what's the word? Stuntify this person,
right?
And most rabbis aren't thinking, how can I how can I make this person indebted to me forever? No, I don't think so. But manipulative ones might think that and do that.
But therapists, it's like, I'm paying you to listen to my problems. And so if I don't have problems, or if I don't feel like you're helping me, I'm not going to pay you anymore. So therapists are making money directly from helping other people with their issues.
I think rabbis do that too.
Rabbis are so much more. They're like that. You're taking like a tiny bit of what a rabbi is. They're also providing Shabbat services. They're providing.
Yeah, I'm talking about this specific part.
That's like literally like one of the smallest parts of being a rabbi.
I actually think it's one of the biggest parts. I think it's the biggest part of being a rabbi. Being there for your community members and being there for people as a leader, as a thought leader. I'm not saying every rabbi is a manipulative person. I'm saying that there's small subsect of rabbis who would do that.
Just like there's a small money because they're helping people.
Those manipulative ones could be thinking about it in that way.
But it's not how it works. Whatever. We're going in circles. You don't make money because you help people as a rabbi. Random people in your community see what you're doing and they want to support you. Most people who are like a lot of people who are complaining to rabbis or call them up and at random hours to talk to them are not necessarily
religion as a tool to be that for somebody, as like they're just like their comforting thing, but don't actually believe in it or truly integrate into your life in the way that religion would hope, like Judaism hopefully is integrated into your life. If you're just using it as a way to get more materialistic gains. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
there?
That sounds more like priests.
Yeah,
literally, you do confessions and you have to pay the priest. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so in that case, I was saying because that happens with
that makes more sense
too.
To me, but Judaism,
that's like kind of what I was saying all the time. I think. Anyways,
I guess with the rabbi, it started me off because I don't think that's how it works with rabbis, but with priests, yes, I see that's what happens. So
why wouldn't you think that happens with rabbis?
Because it just is not the way it works with rabbis. Rabbis, I mean, maybe in certain synagogues, things, rabbis are creating let's say even if you have to pay like a membership to a shul, it's because the shul is providing like a kiddush with food, Shabbos day, providing services, somebody who has to go and sing for you to your thing. Well, your prayer.
Priests are of different religions or something like that also have those things as well. A rabbi stands as somebody individual of like what the synagogue provides. I was going to say like a church or a priests or people with different faiths. That happens as well. You have to look at what the rabbi represents or what the rabbi himself as a figure. I'm not talking about what the shul or synagogue also provides. Yeah, that's all caught up in religion. That's all caught up in it.
Providing food for someone, somebody singing but taking their time of their day.
That's not what the rabbi does. That's part of like the whole. And then it's part of what the whole congregation does, or the whole shul or Chabad house. I'm talking about the rabbi, what he is specific to the people. So when you look at what most people would look at, like for instance, I'm speaking directly from somebody who's told me, let's say, what my father means to them. And so she said, he was a constant figure who gave her the meaning back in her life, or showed her the meaning that she has as a Jew, and gave her back, the spark to live and things like that. Like a real,
Yeah.
that's what a rabbi is to her. And I feel like that's what a rabbi is to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So when you look at that, you can honestly understand how a corrupted morally rabbi could utilize that power,
I guess
to
if it's
gain
like
materialistic.
Okay.
So that's kind of what
I
I
guess
was
what you're
saying.
saying, but I don't think I've ever like I
I've
haven't
come
seen it
across
so
it.
much.
Happens a lot, actually, unfortunately.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to out any Chabad people, but like you lose
No, I've
sight of
seen
what the
people
proper
who,
thing is.
yeah. I've
for
seen
sure.
people who like take the money and I guess that their sponsors or their donators give and they spend it on like things that are not. But I don't think it has to do with like having people dependent on them or manipulating people to be dependent on them. That's where I don't get the connection. But anyways, we're going in circles.
Yeah, that's a lot more like malicious. It's like what's the word when you like purposefully? What's the? It says it in the
guitar comes. It's going on upstairs. What?
Infantilize. That's the word.
What?
Like mothers infantilizing their sons.
Yeah.
Purposefully making them so like they can't take care of themselves.
Right. So
it's crazy.
They're dependent. Yeah. It's so crazy. And what's crazier is that people can be doing it subconsciously.
Right.
So they don't even know they're doing it. They don't even know they need help. They don't even know they need to change something. That's so scary.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah. Anyways, we veered off the topic, but
it was an interesting.
Yeah, but I just think that we I think there are good things that like we don't have to like we didn't have that drama in our life. We also didn't go and make like decisions that were rash as teenagers because I feel like everything's heightened. You want social acceptance is heightened when you're a teenager. You just want to feel like you have this identity and you attach yourself to anything. And so if a boy likes you, like that becomes your identity, like somebody who likes me, Yeah. That could be, I mean, I feel like it happens a lot. I don't know. I haven't experienced high school with boys, but
I do feel like though, I wonder if it's a phase you can't escape, like the need for guys' validation, or not even guys' validation, for like I feel like there's a part of life that you need to like go through with guys that we missed, and so now we're at like a high school level.
Oh, I don't think so.
No,
I think we are way more like confident in who we are.
Yeah,
and we've like developed ourselves, and we still have a long way to go. We're 23, we're still young, but like
I feel old.
You're not old. You're not. Talk to a 30-year-old, they'll be like, you're so young.
A 30-year-old.
Yeah, but like I think we've matured so much, and we've become like so much more like we know what we want. And so like we won't lose sight of that as much as if you like somebody, like I know I personally will not lose sight of like my values and what I want. I never, ever. But if I was a teenager, like high school,
yeah,
for sure I would. For sure. I would say this boy liking me would be is so much more important than my values in high school. Now I understand that like my values are so much more important than a boy liking you.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know if so what do you think about that?
I think it's a cool point for sure.
Do you think it's true?
I don't know. I think it's complicated, but I think everything is complicated.
I think maybe certain levels we still have the high school. We have a new excitement to it.
I think we've just unlocked a lot more of our, like actually our cerebral cortex. We use a lot more of our rational thinking brain. So we're able to think about things more fully, not even rationally. It's more like we're more fully here and present in this issue, in whatever it is. And maybe that relates to how we know ourselves more.
I think it's also about instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
I think maturing is like knowing what things are worth.
That's a good point.
Yeah, like when, like, is this worth the instant gratification, or like, is this not? Knowing that things and yeah, it's part of the cerebral cortex, like being able to plan for the future is part of it. People say when you turn 25, you're a whole changed new person.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to happen.
You'll wake up like
those TikToks are like,
when
I turned 25, I gained a whole new
perspective. That's crazy. I wonder if that's true.
I feel like that happens to me every day though.
Yeah. Every day, I'll look back at myself like a month ago. I'm like, wow, I was so different a month ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wild.
It's that's really what like it's all about. Like that's what life is about.
To what always be like growing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's just this is how it is. Well, it's more like
Sounds like a fun dance move.
but I'm saying it's literally it's not a progression. It's just always going through chaos, order, chaos, transition, order, transition, chaos, transition.
Yeah, it's always
order.
like that.
Yeah,
I have to think about that.
I think so. That's why you're so different all the time. There's like nothing constant about you besides for like you.
I also do think like a lot about maturing is also like knowing what's affecting you.
Yeah.
Why was I a month ago acting like this and that I didn't love?
Yeah.
Well, maybe because of like
recognizing patterns.
Yeah.
Recognizing patterns. You know what's really helped me like understand myself more and who I am, because I feel like for a long time I just didn't really I still do like struggle with really knowing who I am.
Yeah.
And I've been journaling for the past year and just also writing down like what happened every day and like events and just doing a review of that, like even for like this upcoming year. Recognize so much.
That's so cool.
I felt like, it's amazing. So I'm a big fan of journaling. I think that it could really help you, even just like writing anything.
I've never liked journaling. I tried it before and I just have no patience.
Why not writing?
We're talking solo,
thing?
I realized like we're like so mellow.
I know. After that whole, because this podcast was also like
chaos, order, transition,
literally
transition.
Literally,
the transition consists of me like resetting the camera, getting my tissues,
me going off about functional patterns. Rivka's back. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I have no patience for it. I just find it so boring, but I could try it. I don't know.
No, do your thing.
I'm willing to try new things.
It just helped me recognize my patterns and who I am a lot. So if you feel like you have a grasp on that without it, then it's not necessary.
Right. I guess you never know if it'll enhance you until you try it.
Yeah, but also I'm so past doing something that I just really don't like.
Right.
Like, why am I pushing myself to do something that I just hate?
Yeah.
In the moment. That's also relates to how much like being around people that I just don't like.
Yeah, choosing to just
be on
no resentment. That's okay. It's okay.
There's this girl.
It's not the end of the world,
and she's great. She really is.
Oh God, we're going through this again.
I just feel so bad. Like no, and I love her, and I feel like she's gonna be so successful. But
this is like every time I'm with her, repeat of the last conversation we had. Yeah, she's talking about how she wants to go to the Oscars.
Well, the other one I like actually love being around. I love being around her too. But every time I'm with her, I end up coming back, or almost like, what's the word? Not anticipating or like worrying or stressing out about being with her before and afterwards, just like kind of relieved that it went well or that it went the way it did.
1 second. You're always stressed beforehand that it's not going to go well. While you're with her, you're stressed that it's not going well, and then after you're like relieved.
Beforehand, I'm like not anticipating it because I'm stressing about it. When I'm with her, it's fine, I guess, until like that stress kind of resolves itself, hopefully, because I don't know. Is it going to resolve itself this time? I don't know. Is it? And then afterwards, it's like,
why are you so stressed?
Because I think she's very, very laser focused on like being very successful and doing everything she can to like pursue her goals and talks about it constantly and like is very talented herself. And I just think it creates this like immense like pressure. And so I've almost felt like a very intense pressure to be around her and to have friends like that around me.
Right. To put that around you because to surround yourself with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also because I do feel like she's going to like, she'll get there wherever she goes and it'd be nice to be in the purview.
If you got it. Right. But to have that connection.
It's to have that connection. But it's also, I just feel like it was a learning curve for me because first of all, I'll get there. Right.
Good
and
one.
Second of all, there's something about a quiet confidence that's very attractive to me. You don't have to constantly be talking about how you get there. Prove it. You'll get there.
Okay.
Just stop talking about it, for God's sake.
So that's really cool. I like the thing that you said about you'll get there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be sticking to people that you think.
You could stick to me if you want.
Thanks. I'll get there too.
Not you. I'm saying like in the general.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Very cool.
Do you have any experiences like that with like people?
Who are just like so obsessed with their
that you just don't like, that you realize like I don't have to be around.
Oh yeah, for sure. So many people. And you become okay with it because you just have this self-worth that's just like, oh my God, so peaceful to have that self-worth, you know, like you just, because you end up just doing things that like are good for you. And like, I mean, you hope so. And if you don't do things that are good for you, you're able to recognize it and fix it. It's just like self-worth is so important. How did we get here?
It's true, actually. It stems from a self-worth.
Yeah. Because when you're self-worth, it's like
you don't need, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. You don't need to like get this other person's approval. And you're not constantly playing this game of like, oh, they don't like me, so now I have to try to get them to like me. You know? I feel like it's a game a lot of people play. Someone doesn't like you. I mean, it's also the chase between a boy and a girl. Like they need to feel like they need to play that chase so that the person wants to prove themselves to the other person, you know? But even with girls and girls, like friends, whatever, it's like somebody shows that they don't like you, they're a little bit like harsh to you or mean to you, and you're like, oh, I have to prove to them that I like them. And they get control over you and they are on this pedestal. And then when you just have like a self-worth, it's like, I don't even get this person to like me. Like, I'm amazing. If they like me, they like me. If not, not.
I do want to say that this thing about the pedestal though, because I have a vendetta against it. I don't think you consciously put people on pedestals. And I also think they can be up there for different reasons.
Like what?
For one is the self-worth thing. If you don't have, but also like a crush. You put someone on a pedestal when you just.
But
like
if you have self-worth, a lot of self-worth. I'm not saying that this is easy.
If you have a lot of self-worth, you don't have crushes.
No crushes.
There are people like that on TikTok.
No, you can have a crush, but it doesn't become like obsessive, like all enveloping. Like this is me. This defines me. And if this person doesn't like me back, I'm gonna be broken.
Yeah, but also I guess
I'm not saying it's not tough. I'm not saying it's not tough, and I'm not saying I don't go through that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying if somebody has full like self-worth, fully developed.
I think a crush happens regardless of your
You can have a crush. I don't think the crush is the issue. I think it's what's like suddenly like it's like literally defining you, and like if this doesn't work out, I'm going to be crushed.
I feel like that's why it is called crush because of that, right?
Because they crush you, I guess.
Because it crushes you. Wow, that's really dark. Damn.
But again, like talk to me if I'm like going through heartbreak, then maybe I'll have a different perspective on it.
But I don't necessarily think so, because I think you could have like a really just healthy person, but the experience of having a crush is separate from your emotional health.
Yeah,
it really is.
I don't think
those things happen. Those things happen regardless. Like
you like someone, you think about them.
You think about them.
But if it's about your worth,
thinking about you,
right.
It's not about your worth. It's about your connection with them.
You want that connection with them really badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you see it all the time where people have unhealthy relationships with people, and it becomes like, oh, they're not texting me back, or they're talking to other girls, let's say, I don't know. And because if you such low self-worth, you turn it into, I mean, we saw with Love is Blind, like Zeneb, she had like such a low self-esteem about her body that she created like everything, every problem that she created it. You don't like.
That is are you going with that? It's Zeneb.
I mean, like, I don't think Cole had a lot of tact. And he was very mature, and I don't think they should have been together from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I do think that every time Cole said something, it was never coming from a place where like he actually didn't think Zeneb was like pretty. Because she's not. She's pretty. It's gorgeous. Yeah. It's just that she thought that about herself. So she found anything to blame it on that. And then it ended up being the demise of their relationship. But it was really a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It'll never not be the most interesting thing to me, that the thing that we're
tangerines?
worried
What?
about
Oh.
the thing that we're worried about the most ends up being
Our demise.
Yeah, ends up being the thing that causes our demise.
Right.
It's just so crazy.
Crazy.
It's such a feedback loop. Like, it's just insane.
Yeah.
It's like, don't be insecure. Like, that's
It'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. Don't be insecure, guys.
Just don't be insecure.
Just don't be insecure.
Stop that. Cut that out.
You stupid. But it is.
You're an idiot. Don't be insecure.
So stupid.
But
it is.
Yeah.
It is. It was the case with her. I felt like a lot, like, of things that she was just,
I feel like if she was confident in herself, like that's not how the relationship would have ended. Like maybe
I
it would
also
have
don't
ended
think
eventually.
that they were not for each other. I think that was the main thing. Like, I just don't think that their personalities meshed.
Yeah, I don't think
all of the things that Cole, all of like we're talking about idiosyncrasies before. All of like the parts of Cole that really a lot of other people would probably find so beautiful, like his spontaneity.
Yeah,
and
I thought it was cute. I thought he was so
he's
cute.
A 7. Yeah, like this. Yeah, you would find it. I would be more like Zenab, like, are you kidding me? Like, be a freaking man. Like, clean up after yourselves and stuff like that.
Right.
Some people would find that so cute.
No, but like, what do you mean? Like, when he was making her dinner?
Flies in the toilet.
He explained on the reunion that.
Oh my God.
I don't even
I would be
remember.
so
It was a whole explanation. But he was making her dinner. And like, I don't forget what
totally.
He like flipped the thing and she's like, this is not how you do it.
Yeah.
Or like he put the wine in one glass. Like, actually, red wine should be in a stemless glass.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
That's something sweet and you should be touched that he's doing that for you. But she found the issue in that.
Yeah. So I feel like a lot of her things also were very micromanaging and controlling. And he was just a very spontaneous, fun puppy dog type of guy. He needed someone more like who would appreciate those things, more chill. Zenab needs someone a little bit more sophisticated, someone who knows to put red wine in a certain glass.
I mean, like, I don't know who's gonna end up with Zenab.
I don't think he's that bad, but I definitely think, holy crap, like the situation at the end was insane.
With the tangerines.
That was like actually insane.
That was actually like her creating a scenario in her head that did not happen. That did not happen. And everybody can see it because we're objective.
I felt so bad for Cole at that.
Sobbing his eyes
out. First of all, he was like, I'm so sorry. I never meant to make you feel that way. It was kind of like, not pathetic, but damn, he probably was just beaten down.
Yeah, I think he, like, everyone was ganging up against him. You know?
Also, I love, what's it called?
Alex?
Yeah, Alex and...
Alexis? No, what's her name? Alex?
And Alex. Something Brandon?
Brendan and
Alexis.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
I love them, but damn, they were mean to him there.
They mean.
Really were on her side.
I think that she told the girls things that they just believed because, like, a girl tells you, like,
I would have so. Like, if you told me something, I would have so believed.
Right. I mean, also because, like, we're best friends and I wouldn't lie to you, but, like, even if, like, some random girl in college that you're, like, friendly with, and she's like, yeah, this boy, like, then you see the boy and you're like, you just automatically have a distaste for him, you know?
Yeah.
And they were just like,
although I do withhold judgment. I'm pretty good at that, but sometimes with guys, I'm like more.
Yeah, but if a girl told you, like, okay, there's one thing with if, like, she thinks he's weird, you said whatever. But if it's just like, if
he told me, like, I'm fat.
Yeah, he told me I'm fat. He told me not to eat anymore. You'd be like,
yeah.
Oh my God, literally leave him. Like,
yeah.
So, but she just, like, made stuff up in her head. It's crazy. She has a lot of work to do.
These things, I got it. It wasn't like she made it up, but I could see how if somebody who was really insecure about eating, and then basically they were in the kitchen, right? And they were eating this tangerine. There was a scene, this outtake of a scene that they showed, and that there was this whole problem with them together in the kitchen. So Cole sees her eating some tangerines, and he goes, "Are you going to eat both? Like, are you eating tangerines?" That's what he said. "Are you eating tangerines? Are you eating two or something?"
No, he goes. He's like, "Can I get some?" They're eating it together, and then she's opening it, and he's like, "Oh, you're having a second one?" She's like, "Yeah." I didn't eat all day.
All I ate was like a spoonful of peanut butter.
And he's
like,
"Why?" I made Pokeballs. She's like, "We had Pokeballs last night."
See, that was like the most telling moment for me of him, like, not really caring. Him just asking if she's eating tangerines just because, like, it's something she's doing, and he just needs content. And then, like, she wasn't also providing content for the conversation. So he wanted to talk to her. So he's like looking around, he's like, "Are you gonna eat this?" But then he literally was like, "Why? Why wouldn't you?" Like, it was he
wasn't aware of, like, the fact that she's, like, going through
unself-awareness of, like,
which I guess is an issue on his side. Like, he should have just been aware that, like,
Not really, though. I mean, it's not. I don't see that as an issue on his side.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly
Maybe
her
it
problem.
is.
It's mostly her problem.
But like, he was just like, "Why would
And then
you
like
not eat?"
yeah, he's just like, "Well, I literally made you.
I made you
Pokeball."
poke bowls, and she's like, "We had that yesterday or something."
Yeah, we had that for dinner.
And so Zena basically said that this was.
Oh, and then at the end,
Mhm.
she's like, "Yeah, just like stress. Maybe I can't eat." And he's like, "Oh, I get it. You're trying to fit into a wedding dress."
Oh yeah, he did
And
say
like,
that.
but again, it was very clear that he was like trying to just make conversation and fun. Like, oh, all girls don't eat before their wedding because they're trying
exactly. And I also I think made it clear that it was never he never encased any of this in like, I think you're too fat and I think you should lose weight. That's a real thing that women go through and that some men put their girlfriends through, which is awful and hideous. But I don't think he ever made her feel that way. So there's just like an isolated incident that she created as if there was like more of that going on. But I don't necessarily think that there was. I don't think Cole ever did that.
Unless there are things that we didn't see. She keeps on saying like, she kept on saying like, oh, it's in your favor because there's stuff that are been rolled.
because he did make her feel very beautiful, especially by saying like, what's her name's a 10. And
right.
Okay, so that's also another thing.
That was wrong.
Zenab has some credibility to what she's saying, also, for sure. She's not making up everything. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But if
she was more confident, I don't think it would be like such an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but okay, that was effed up. Cole literally called
another girl 10
out of 10 and her like a 9 out of 10.
Are you an idiot?
No, that's
so dumb.
I would probably
I would for sure leave.
I would leave
him
at that point. Yeah, but if you're emotionally connected, it's very hard to. If you're like invested.
But if you have enough self-worth, you would leave them.
I know, but also like that this is us on the other end saying how easy, just leave him.
Yeah. Of course. Like, we're literally speaking without
why didn't what's her name ever leave Bartholomew? What's his name?
You actually think Bartholomew? It sounds like a freaking like.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Type
Nancy,
of crocodile.
Nancy.
Barnett. No.
Barnett. Why didn't
Bartice? Yeah.
The entire time you just had a bad taste in your mouth from Bartice, right?
Yeah.
But Nancy was just like really in love with him, and I get it.
I think she wanted it to work out too much. I don't know if she was in love. Like I think she just really wanted it to work out, and she was like literally
Bartice was
red flag, whoosh, red flag, whoosh,
literally like they were just whooshing past her.
Just whooshing, hitting her in the face, like literally. And she's like, "Oh, what a nice massage."
Oh, nice. Oh, what was that?
Thank you. Oh, that hurt.
Send me one more. He's like, "Don't worry, they're coming. Here you go."
I don't like you.
You're ugly. You're not my type.
Raven
I usually go for skinnier people.
Raven would like me.
I'd go to Raven up in a bar, not you. Like literally, these crazy ass things just flowing.
Can you imagine if like a boy you liked like was telling you that? Be like, are you crazy?
First, I'd be destroyed. I'd be destroyed.
I would not be destroyed.
I would be destroyed, and then to be like, "F you,"
and then leave.
Stamp all over
Run away. And don't look at me while I leave.
No, look at me.
Look at me while I leave.
Look at me while I leave. I would be and also the thing is, if Nancy was someone I'd love. Like in my life as a sister or sibling, I'd kill him.
Oh my god, her brothers wanted to kill him.
I get it.
Oh, did you watch the scene by their wedding?
Yeah. Oh my god.
What was wrong with Nancy? She was like, please don't.
I get it. She's
till the end, she was like, still. It's wild to me. I don't know.
Oh, that was heartbreaking though, because you could see their pain.
Yeah.
There's something about going through, like your sibling
family.
Going through pain that makes you even like,
oh my god, yeah. It's like you're going through it.
And they called it. They knew Bartice was a bad guy from the start, from when they saw him. Guys have a good radar.
He's a snake. He just wanted to be on TV.
That other guy?
Yeah.
The teardrops. Oh my god. I've never seen such outright manipulation in my life.
Oh my god, yeah, that was crazy.
I love that they kept that in
so
there.
Weird.
Go producers. The show is the shit. The show is the shit.
It's fun to watch. It's crazy that people go on it, but
I'd go.
I mean, listen, Alex.
There's a Jewish version.
Imagine.
Could totally be a Jewish version. This is literally perfect for.
You would go on it
if it wasn't recorded.
Oh, then literally, who would make that? Like, why would it? You're saying like just as like a shit up system type of thing?
Exactly, like a blind date type of thing. It's like a camp. So much fun.
What's it? Her name? Alexis.
Alexa. It's Alexa.
But like, I was like, who would go on it? But also like Alexa and Brendan like made it through.
Exactly.
So it's so cool.
And they're like, a lot of those people, most of those, I feel like all of them are quality. Like they seem just so normal, good, and people I'd be friends with.
Not Bartice.
Not a lot of the guys.
Yeah,
Not the guys.
A lot of girls.
The girls, all of the girls. I feel like I'd be friends with all of them besides for some. But
Like who?
I wasn't the
It's not like they're gonna
biggest-
hear this and then they're not gonna.
I know, but still, I don't want to put that out there. But I don't think I'd be the
You
biggest.
didn't
fan
love
of-
Raven?
No, I loved Raven.
Oh,
what a
yeah.
badass! So cool. Also, so
Do you know they broke
unique.
up? Her and
I do know that. Her
he
and
cheated on
SK.
her or something. Yeah, isn't that
SK
crazy?
cheated on Raven?
Yeah, isn't that
Are
nuts?
you kidding me? Raven?
I know.
God, these guys
are like
they need to take a back seat.
they weren't raised
on
right.
Raven,
Yeah.
dude. What'd you think of? What's her name? The one that Carl. Cole, the one that Cole liked.
Zenab? Oh, Colleen?
Mm-hmm. Colleen.
I don't think much of her. I thought her and Matt's relationship was wild. Matt is crazy.
He's got that crazy look in his
The
eye.
amount of times he was like about to just like walk out.
You know.
And like I get it, he went through his trauma, but like relax, buddy.
I get it though.
Relax,
I
buddy.
totally get it. He
Yeah,
looked
honestly,
like a
it's
deer in
very
the
easy
headlights
to
the whole
talk
season.
out of it. You're not in it.
I was just thinking that
Like
today.
our words are like no value at all.
Yeah, this is don't listen to us. But listen to us.
This entire podcast.
Actually,
Joking.
please
Of course
do.
listen
It's
to
so
it.
good.
And please subscribe and follow us on Instagram.
Just
we
like
actually have really fun clips.
like us.
Just like us. Should we wrap up?
What's? Yeah. Imagine it was like 1 hour,
I'm
26 minutes,
exhausted.
not enough time.
Yeah. Is everything okay?
It's just
Your hair is like, nope, not today. You're staying here forever.
that is also the one thing I get complimented on the most.
Your hair?
Yeah.
You cool hair.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Thank you guys. This was fun. Hope you enjoyed. This was more of like a random, but it's so fun.
Okay.
Subscribe.
Bye.